Good afternoon. It is 12:35. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take 6. We just wrapped up the noon show about 5 minutes ago, and this is when we get together every weekday and talk a little bit more with our colleagues in the newsroom about what they're working on to bring you later on News 6. So it's nice that we can have a little more extended conversation outside of the confines of a regular newscast. News 6 investigator Lewis Bolden is joining us today. And Lewis, we talked to you about a story a few weeks ago, and after that story, you heard from so many people experiencing the same issue, so that took you back to Palm Coast. And this is about flooding and new construction.
Yes. So let me just remind you in that first
Mhm.
story, we interviewed people who were concerned about a new home that was being built next door to them. And their concern was the house was being built higher than their home. So they were worried about flooding. We found out that their concerns are very valid because after we did that story, we found out that it is happening all over Palm Coast and all over Flagler County. In fact, there is a Facebook group called Flooding in Flagler. So you're looking at video now of one of the properties. That's the last property that we talked about the house being built. So we found out that there are two issues going on. In Palm Coast, their building code gives you a minimum amount that you can go up when you're building a house, but there is no maximum in the code. So basically, somebody can build a house beside you that's 10 feet taller than you if they want to, because there's nothing in the code preventing
Mhm.
that. Since we've been doing these stories, Palm Coast has said they are reconsidering that code and
Mhm.
considering putting in a maximum. The other issue that we just found out with this story is so Palm Coast's building department was established in 2004. Before 2004 in Flagler County, you were allowed to, if you were building a house, you were allowed to have your property graded in a way that the water could drain into the vacant lot beside you.
Oh.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, guess what's happening now?
Mhm.
Those vacant lots are now being developed.
Oh,
And
man.
so the city is saying that the flooding that people are seeing in houses that were built before 2004, the pooling in their yard that they're seeing is actually because their water has nowhere to drain to now.
Ugh.
So it is quite an issue. And a lot of people now are wondering how the city is going to deal with this now that they know that this issue exists, how they're going to deal with it.
Oh my gosh, and the whole grading thing that you just so eloquently explained that I cannot sum up as well as you said it. I mean, this has so many different layers to it, and it just seems hard to wrap your brain around what a possible solution could be.
And we know that building codes change
Mhm.
over time. One person that we interviewed, her house was built in 1993. And so she is having this issue. And we know that building codes change over time. But the city is trying to figure out now how to deal with it. They have established a task force to try and figure it out. The city council has advised the city manager to document all of these complaints for all residents and then treat those complaints on a case by case basis to
Mhm.
figure out what to do. Now, they have not said whether or not they will pay, whether the
Right.
city will pay. They say if it's determined that it was definitely caused by the city, then the city will, help residents figure out the problem. But it's an ongoing issue, and so it will be interesting to see what they come up with. In the meantime, these residents are getting more and more frustrated because
Right.
every time it rains, they say their backyards flood. And we've got some video that we're going to be showing you
Mhm.
later on today at 6 o'clock, where people say they have ponds and
Mm.
and ponds and rivers basically in their yard every single
Yeah.
time it rains. One person we interviewed said she has been through hurricanes, and even in a hurricane, she didn't have that much water in her yard before this house was built
Wow.
next door to her.
That says a lot. I mean, you come to live in paradise, and I just can't imagine the frustration that they feel that, our daily afternoon storms in the wet season creating floods and ponds in their yard. Yikes.
Yeah, and that's an issue in Florida because like you
Hmm.
said, we get rain every single day. So drainage is very, very important.
Yes.
And so it's definitely a problem that's not going anywhere. So they're gonna have to figure out a way to address it.
All right, Lewis. Well, we look forward to your story tonight at 6. And I have a feeling after we see you tonight at 6, you'll be hearing from more people.
I think so too. I think so too, because we're going to have a quick, easy way for people to reach out to us.
Yes.
And I have a feeling we will be getting a lot of messages after
All
this.
right. And I know you'll stay on top of it. Lewis, thank you.
No problem.
All right, let's get a check of your forecast. We are seeing some changes underway. Really a nice day out there, but it was pretty chilly once again this morning. Or these are our forecast lows for tonight, rather. Overnight lows falling into the low 60s in Orlando, 57 for your overnight low tonight in Ocala, and 62 for the overnight low if you are in Daytona Beach. We're going to highs today in the 70s. We'll top out generally in the mid 70s area wide. Here's a look at the next 7 days. Afternoon highs for tomorrow. You see we're at the beginning of a warming trend. Go to 82 degrees, 84 on Saturday, 84 again on Sunday. Now we're just going to see a little more moisture coming in out of the Gulf during the day tomorrow. That will increase the cloud cover, also bring with it the slight chance of some showers. However, if you're heading to the Christmas tree lighting at Lake Eola tomorrow night, the lighting of the tree is at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The activities start around 5:30. Our entire morning team will be out there to say hi to you. So the weather looking pretty nice for that. Candace was just saying at noon, temperatures around the time they light the tree will be in the mid 70s. So a pleasant evening. Now this weekend, we're hitting around 84 for both Saturday and Sunday. Rain chances at 20% both of those days. And then Monday, upper 70s as another cold front comes through, cooling us to 71 on Tuesday, and our high on Wednesday hits 70 degrees. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will break down more about that front headed our way when he sees you on News 6 starting at 4. Matt and Ginger are on some secret, exciting Florida's Fourth Estate shoot, so they are out of the building today. That means Justin Warmouth and Emily McLeod will be with you tonight. Lisa Bell and I will see you on News 6 starting at 4, though. And if you have any questions or comments for us here at Take 6, we'd love to hear from you. Head to clickorlando.com/take6. Let us know what's on your mind. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you at 4.